If you've been following what I've been doing over the course of the last few months, you'll know that I've been taking this game to places that it is not normally seen. And my journey in these particular instances always starts in the cave behind this yellow jacket Mikote north of Ailport. This is the cave leading to Sastasha, the first dungeon of the game. And it's here where my journey has begun on a number of occasions where I brought this game in a way to people that they have not otherwise seen before. And it's really been a wonderful experience to this point, but for now it'll have to come to an end, at least until we find a way and new ways to see how the game will unfold in the new expansion, and how I'll be able to take this journey in a different direction. Or if it can stay the same, depending on how the abilities are different and how the new classes are introduced. So, with that in mind, greetings people of the world! Matthew back with you here at Navarro Autism for another edition of the Tales of Eorzea vlog here on Final Fantasy XIV's Exodus server. So, on Wednesday, it was my 7th and final speedrun marathon prior to the launch of Shadowbringers. For those of you who have not been following my channel over the course of the last few months, I've been doing speedrun marathons both online and live, and I've been having a wonderful opportunity to bring this game to people in a way that they have not seen before. And so my last experience for this, for now, came on Wednesday when I took a journey to Niagara Falls to participate in the North American Speedrun Association's live event that took place there. And I have to say, I really enjoyed the experience, like I have with the other times I've been to where I've been. I've also done a couple of other live speedrun marathon events, both of which were in Toronto. One was, and both were for the same cause. Both were for Games Finished Adequately and their efforts to raise money for the Sick Kids Hospital in that city. And so the first time I went there on behalf of GFA was in March, and it turned out to be a great opportunity for me, because not only did I get to go there for raising money for charity, but literally the day before I went there, I found out that there was a group of Final Fantasy XIV fans who were meeting together for the very first time. And I thought, that's really cool that that worked out the way it did. So I took it upon myself to get in on that and participate, and it was really enjoyable. And so in a couple of weeks we're going to be meeting again, and so I'm hoping that I can convince them to allow me to do another run of the speedrun for them. It won't be for a speedrun marathon, it will just be me doing that for them, and trying to also do the one thing I was not able to do in my live events that I was at, which was to beat Steps of Faith without looking at the screen. The closest I got was a few days ago in Niagara Falls when I got Vishap down to 8%. It was really close. I felt so nervous because I felt like, oh, I've got to be there. I've got to be close. Because I was doing all the button presses I wanted to. I was doing the mechanics the way I wanted to do them. But yeah, I noticed on the chat that they said, yeah, he's using some of the mechanics, but he's not using all of the mechanics, which is not easy to do, especially mentally when you can't see the screen, and also when your mindset is to try and keep up with Vishap, because of course he's walking towards his intended target, which is the end of the path at the Ark of the Worthy. But if I can convince the people who I met from the Final Fantasy XIV fan club to let me do so, I'd like to have the opportunity to do a live webcast from there, and that in addition to doing a speedrun for them, also try and finally, before the level ceiling increases to 80, to actually get Vishap beat without looking at him. That would be amazing. So it's been really wonderful to do all these various events. Some of them have been for charity, some haven't, but all in all, getting the opportunity to, over the course of the last year, and especially within these last few months, try and get my name out there in the speedrun community, doing a game that is not typically run for speedrunning, because people look at this game, I'm pretty sure the overwhelming majority of them, and think that the only way that they can speedrun it is to play the game all the way through. Which, of course, is not the case for those who have been following my channel over the course of the past year, where I've been, along with myself, members of our free company, and random players, getting world records in the various individual dungeons, and in some instances posting some really impressive times, instances where we've beaten our times and improved upon them. And so I'm really hoping that with my continued efforts, we'll continue to make Final Fantasy XIV know more in terms of speedrunning, and that when the new expansion comes out for Shadowbringers, like we've seen before with Stormblood, they're going to phase out some of the abilities that we've relied on for our various classes. And so with that, we'll obviously have to adjust and make the necessary changes to whatever it is we're playing as. And on top of that, with Gunbreaker and Dancer coming out, are they going to be better speedrun class options than what has been the preferred option for the majority of the time, which has been Red Mage, which of course came out when Stormblood launched. So it'll be interesting to see how it changes, because we have started to see individual level world records now being set by solo players on classes other than Red Mage. We've seen records set on with Machinist, with Bard, and with Ninja, classes that you will have an opportunity to kill enemies a lot quicker and easier, just because they're passing by them and they don't have to kite everything to get what they need. So with that, it's certainly going to see. It's going to be interesting to see if Red Mage continues to be the preferred choice, or if people start suddenly focusing all their attention on one of these three new classes that's been picking up steam, or if Gunbreaker or Dancer can replace all of those altogether. We'll be interested to see how the new abilities can be utilized, how fast and times will be lowered, because of course with the level ceiling going up by 10 levels again to level 80, of course it'll be a lot easier to beat some of the higher level dungeon times. But the lower level dungeon times, even with the 10 level maximum, pretty much everything in lower level dungeons will be one shot. So because of that, it'll be less about killing the enemies as quickly as possible, and more about how to use the abilities advantageously to move yourself faster through dungeons. And I know that'll definitely be something that people will be looking at for those the people who do speedrun Final Fantasy XIV like myself, and we have a lot to look forward to. It's been a wonderful, wonderful experience speedrunning dungeons for audiences, both live and online, and I look forward to seeing what the new expansion brings, how the changes in the classes will require us to adjust, and what the new classes will bring, and if they can supplant and replace what's already been established. We'll just have to wait and find out. But I look forward to the experience, and I know you guys will be looking forward to it too, because it's certainly going to be quite an enjoyable ride, and who knows what it'll bring to us. I'm definitely looking forward to it, and I know you will be too. So, with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching this edition of the Tales of Eorzea vlog. As always, if you have a character here on Exodus you're looking to create on Exodus, and you're interested in joining our free company, we'd be more than happy to have you with us. So thank you very much everyone for watching, and until next time everyone, this is Matthew at Navora Autism, saying take care, and I'll see you soon.